Nader, a few years ago, an organization called USA Today conducted a survey and asked adults, if you could ask God one question and get a direct and immediate answer, what would you ask? The most popular question of all the questions wasn't, will I live again after I die? That was the second question. Or why do bad things happen? That was the third question. The question people most want an answer to is, what is my purpose? Nader, how do we discover our purpose?
Much simpler than we think. First of all, we take a look at children and observe what their natural inclinations are. A natural inclination basically means that the child is naturally drawn to something, chooses to play with it, and can spend hours and hours without ever getting tired of it. If we are smart enough, we observe these children and constantly provide for their needs so they can implement what they love. He loves to drum, let him drum. He loves to play music, bring him a musical instrument. He loves to draw, let him draw. He loves to write, help him with writing. From the beginning, we observe the child, we look at his face, which has a code. And there are 64 codes, but there are only 9 temperaments. Once I know what a person's temperament is, I know what his needs are. And I know what his challenges in life are. And from the challenges, crises are created. For example, a perfectionist person. A perfectionist view is that the whole world is messed up like this.
I'll just stop for a moment to explain to those listening. A perfectionist is one temperament out of the 9 temperaments.
Right?
Meaning just because you're a perfectionist in certain things doesn't mean that's your temperament.
Right?
And we're giving an example of one temperament.
Right. We look at the face, and through the face, we determine that this is a perfectionist temperament. And a perfectionist wants to fix the world. The world is distorted. People don't follow the rules they should follow, and he wants to fix the world. So what does he find in front of him? That he finds people moving away from him because he's constantly criticizing them. This isn't right. And why did you do it like this? And why did you say it like that? And then people don't like the criticism and they run away from him. And then he finds himself alone. So this person has crises. First of all, he has a problem with excessive criticism. His colon, it's sensitive. The fact that people move away from him, there are crises of separation. He gets divorced, he can't keep friends, he has no social circle, and people just can't stand him. And then he finds himself all alone. So what exactly is his purpose? His purpose lies within his mission. It's to accept the external reality. Instead of criticizing it, to educate and teach people to find the straight path. Meaning, instead, since he sees everything straight, he sees it all correctly, he has a sharp eye, he knows how to discern things. So he becomes the teacher of the straight path, instead of being the critic saying you're not following the straight path. Or for example, another temperament, the romantic. The romantic is constantly looking for love. And he's constantly lacking love. We always lack what we desire. He wants love, he lacks love. The altruist wants appreciation from others and recognition. He lacks appreciation and recognition from others. The manager wants success. He always has a feeling that he doesn't have enough success. And so every temperament has its need, and from the need comes the lack, and from the lack comes the crisis. This crisis, actually, and this lack, it's part of our purpose. Everyone, according to their temperament, knows that their purpose is to give what they lack. If the perfectionist wanted to fix others, he needs to let others see the straight path. And the romantic who seeks love, he must learn to be the source of love for others. And the manager who wants success, he needs to be the factor that helps others succeed, and that will be his success. His success and happiness in the fact that he helps others. This is how we focus, first of all, on the emotional aspect of our need. And understand that it's part of my purpose. My purpose is what's relevant to me. My purpose is what touches me, what causes me suffering, and what brings me happiness. First thing. Second thing, you say, what would you do for free? I ask people, what would you do for free? Whatever you're able to do for free, make that your profession. Why? Because it's like a hobby. You love it so much, you don't care about the money. And the less money you want for yourself, the more money will come to you. And as long as you chase money, you'll always be short of money. And it doesn't matter how much you have.
What a lesson this is.
And it turns out that purpose is right before our eyes. Very simple. I do what I love. And if I can't do what I love, I can love what I do until I make the change.
So wait, let's just take a moment and really dwell on this for a second. Between doing what I love, now suppose people actually can't do what they love, then you come along and say, well, love what you do. It's interesting, isn't it?
Right?
And if I'm in a job where I'm not happy or my lifestyle isn't enjoyable, I'm not having fun, what can that person do?
Look, I worked for many years in construction. During vacations, I worked in construction. It's hard work. For a teenager, waking up at 5 in the morning in the rain, in the summer with all the heat and dust, I'm telling you, anyone who hasn't worked in construction doesn't know what hard work is. And it's highly recommended to send your children for a certain period to work in construction.
Summer camp.
Right? Once the child has gone through that period, everything else will be simple and easy. Now, I was there. I said, I want to learn even from construction, and I want to reach a point where I have learned absolutely everything that might in the future be of help to me for something. Once I've learned something that isn't relevant to my life, but it's something I'll truly know, and the higher my level of knowledge, the higher the level of giving will be accordingly. And the more I give, the happier I am. That is to say, I am here now. I'm living in the here and now with full intensity. There is no reality more beautiful than this reality right now, where I'm sitting across from you and we're talking. This is the most beautiful reality in my life, right here and right now.